don't tell is dead! Nah, I'm just kidding. I was just being dramatic for the thumbnail. I hope that was in focus at this point. We'll see. What's up, my fellow small business supporters? Savvy here. Today, we are doing another installment of the Wordstock series, the AuthorTube seminar series. I am so excited to be participating in this collaboration with my AuthorTube friends for the third time, and today, we're going to be talking about the advice of show don't tell that is often given to writers. Is that advice as important as it needs to be? Does it depend on the genre of your work? Does it depend on a multitude of factors? Or should we always prioritize showing over telling? I guess you'll have to wait throughout the rest of the video to find out. Cheers! My channel, or if you're new, welcome to my channel for the first time. I'm Savvy, your gay aunt from the 80s, and today we're here with another AuthorTube video. Real quick though, if you are new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe and to ring the little bell icon, because on this channel, every Monday and Friday, I put out new videos about the writing world, the small business owner life world, and also the anti-MLM, anti-multi-level marketing pyramid scheme, and business scammer world. So we talk about writing through the lens of being a small business owner and what that means when there are people out there trying to exploit and scam us all the time. We get real dramatic on this channel and it's a lot of fun. If you're mostly here for writing content, don't forget that every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Central, I host a Writing Sprints live stream called the AuthorTube Sleepover. Come wear your pajamas, join me and some other AuthorTube friends while we eat snacks and drink wine and drink soda pop and drink beer and get our writing done. For some brief context, if you are new to Wordstock or the AuthorTube seminar series, what this is a collab of AuthorTube videos from all across the platform where multiple different authors give their takes on a specific topic related to writing advice. This collab idea was originally created by Robert Jones, the story detective, so I have linked his channel in the description below, and I highly recommend you check him out because his videos are fantastic. He actually started his writing career in the comic book industry, so he brings an amazing perspective to what it means to be a writer, and he also really breaks down different elements of a story, which is why I love this series so much. This series is both referred to as the AuthorTube Seminar series because the idea is that a bunch of different people are giving their own perspectives and opinions on the same topic for you to learn from, but it's also referred to as Wordstock because it's like Woodstock, the music festival, except instead of seeing different musical acts, you can watch different videos from a bunch of different AuthorTubers about writing advice. And also, there's no drugs here. Unless you count caffeine. On to today's topic of show don't tell. So I have a lot of interesting thoughts on this topic because I hear this piece of writing advice a lot, right? You should show, not tell. Don't tell what someone's feeling, show what they're feeling. Visually describe it, auditorially describe it. Describe it using your 5 senses. Don't just tell me what's going on. Paint me a picture with your words. Yeah, I think that's valuable advice, but is it always the way to go? Well, to delve into that, I'm going to talk about my experience both as a children's creative writing teacher and a children's book author who writes illustrated picture books and illustrates them. This idea of show don't tell is definitely something that I do teach kids in creative writing workshops when I'm talking to them specifically about direct versus indirect characterization. I like to tell them about show don't tell a lot. In fact, that's a way to break down the concepts of direct and indirect, especially if I'm talking to a group of 3rd or 4th graders who might not think of the words direct or indirect very often, but instead might think of show and tell as something that they can easily understand and relate to. So I can say, for example, you could tell us John is tall, or you could show us John's little sister asking him to reach a plate in the highest cabinet because she can't reach it, or something like that. So I will give them that kind of thing as an example. But sometimes we don't need to see a scene of John being tall. Sometimes John being tall is just a thing we need to know so that we can move on with the rest of the plot. So I try to make that clear too. Now, the concept of show don't tell, I think actually hinders a lot of picture book authors, because the idea is that as picture book authors, with our writing, we're not supposed to show. The illustration is supposed to show. Now, that doesn't mean we're not supposed to show anything with our words. We can use words to show emotion, we can use words to show what something sounds like, but in terms of visual descriptions, I think a lot of times picture book authors get tripped up by the idea of show don't tell. If I'm writing a scene where a dog is playing with a ball, I might naturally want to say that the dog has nice golden fur and that the ball is shiny and red and bounces everywhere. But why would I need to say that when when I can show it in the picture? So the show would come from the illustration in that point, and saying we played with the toy, just telling that straight out, might be a better way, especially when you're trying to conserve words within a picture book. So I think show don't tell can be great advice for novelists, and when I'm writing a novel, I actually do try to think of show don't tell a lot of the time. But when it comes to writing a picture book, I think we might actually need to break out of this show don't tell mindset. And just to be clear, when I write picture books, I might show, you know, what a character sounds like. I might not say Allie felt angry in this scene. I might show Allie complaining through her dialogue or something. But if I have a scene of Allie and Buddy playing with their red ball together, I'm not going to necessarily describe the ball as red or talk about how Allie has black fur and Buddy has golden fur, because that can be shown in the picture. So I don't always need to show with my writing. Sometimes I can just state a sentence outright, and that's often easier for a child to understand. So, like everything in writing, it depends on your audience. If the picture books I described to you sound interesting, please don't forget to look in the description below at foreverhomefriends.com. That is my small business where I write and create picture books and also stuffed animals and other toys based on the stories of real rescue dogs and their journeys to getting adopted. We donate 10% of our profits to local animal shelters, so if you're a dog person, you should definitely check it out. This video was brought to you by my Patreon supporters. You are all seriously the best. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. One other quick side note, yesterday, literally yesterday, I released a new book. I just released a new book yesterday. It is called One Final Vinyl. It's my newest young adult novel. You can check it out and tell me if you think I did a good job of show not tell, or if you think I told and didn't show. It's a lot of stream of consciousness style of writing because I like to be an angsty teenager when I write young adult novels. Don't at me. Anyway, you can check it out linked in the description below. You can get the ebook or a paperback on Amazon, or you can get a signed paperback on my website, savylizer.bigcartel.com, which is also where you can get merch if you want to support the channel. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I will see you all again soon, but in the meantime, don't forget to support small businesses. Happy Wordstock edition number 3.